You ever notice how the most exhausting place to live is not in a decision, but in the space before it? Stay or leave. One foot in, one foot out. That limbo will destroy you faster than either path. Because indecision is the most costly choice you can make. It steals your focus, your clarity, it steals your commitment, your consistency, your confidence. You think you are buying yourself time, right? But you are actually burning your life. I know because I lived there. For months, I was halfway in my marriage. I didn't know if I wanted to keep fighting for it or if I wanted to run. And in that place, I was useless. At home, I was disconnected. At work, I was distracted. With my kids, I was pretending. My entire nervous system was split in half because I was trying to keep one door open while peeking at another. And here's the kicker. The longer I stayed there, the weaker I became. My wife felt it, my daughter felt it, my business felt it. That's the real cost of indecision. It leaks into everything. Any decision is better than no decision. Stay or leave, commit or end it. Both roads have pain, but one has progress. Limbo is just pain with no end date. And here is the truth most men won't admit. When you don't choose, you are choosing. You are choosing paralysis. You are choosing slow decay. I remember lying in bed, staring at the ceiling night after night while she slept next to me. My body was there. My heart was gone. My mind was running in circles. What if I leave? What if I stay? What if she changes? What if she doesn't? The questions never ended, and I woke up more drained every single day. The turning point came when I realized this state of halfway was worse than divorce. It was worse than heartbreak because at least those have a bottom. Limbo has no bottom. You just keep sinking. And maybe that's where you are right now, half committed, half detached. You tell yourself you are waiting for a sign, for clarity, for certainty, but that waiting is the problem. The longer you delay, the less of a man you feel. And the less of a man you feel, the more everything else starts to crumble. So how do you break out of it? First, you tell yourself the truth. No more maybes, no more some days. You admit, I don't know if I want this marriage. I don't know if I am in or out. You name it out loud because until you face it, you'll just keep spinning in stories. Second, you stop outsourcing the decision to time. Time doesn't make choices. You do. Every day you wait, you are actually choosing. You are choosing to stay in limbo. Third, you choose a direction. Doesn't matter if it scares you. Doesn't matter if it hurts. Commit to it fully. Stay and fight like hell. Or leave and rebuild. But pick. Because the moment you do, your nervous system breathes again. I'll give you an example. The moment I decided to stay in my marriage, not halfway, not if she changes, not if it gets easier, but fully stay, everything shifted. My energy came back, my clarity came back. I stopped wasting hours running mental simulations, and I actually showed up, and slowly, painfully, we rebuilt. Now, if I had decided to leave, I would have gone through grief, through chaos. But you know what? I would have gone through it. I would have moved forward. That's the difference. You see, the cost of limbo is that you don't move. You circle, you spin, and while you spin, your partner suffers, your kids suffer, your career suffers, your health suffers. So let me ask you this. How long have you been undecided? How many months have you been half in, half out? And how much longer are you going to pay the price for it? Because you are already paying in energy, in intimacy, in respect from your partner, in trust from your kids. You are bleeding every single day you stay in that halfway state. Here is the lesson. Clarity is not given. Clarity is created. You create it by by deciding. And here is the deeper truth. The fear you feel about choosing is smaller than the cost of not choosing. When you finally commit, whether to stay or to go, you'll feel pain. But on the other side of pain is power. On the other side of indecision is only more indecision. And if you are sitting there thinking, yeah, but what if I choose wrong? You won't. Because wrong choices move you forward. Wrong choices give you feedback. Wrong choices build you. Limbo builds nothing. The man your partner wants, the father your kids need, the leader your business requires, none of them can exist in limbo. They only exist on the other side of a decision. So here is my challenge. Stop telling yourself you don't know. You do know. You've just been afraid to own it. Decide, say it, act on it, stay or leave, but stop floating. Because indecision is the most expensive choice you will ever make. Trust me, I know. And this is exactly where I help men like you. Not just to leave the past behind, but to reframe it so it becomes fuel. Fuel for clarity, for leadership, for love. I call this becoming a love leader. A love leader isn't just another buzzword. It's a man who has built emotional fitness. And no, not emotional intelligence. Emotional fitness means you can sit in the fire without collapsing. You can hold intensity without losing yourself. You can control your state instead of being controlled by it. You can communicate with strength and compassion even when you want to run, explode, or shut down. Whether you decide to stay and rebuild your relationship or leave and rebuild yourself, the path is the same. You need the skills that create trust and safety. Emotional fitness, state control, grounded communication. These are the muscles you'll train with me. And once you have them, you don't just survive the decision. You build a life and love you can actually trust. Look, if you are done with limbo, then don't just nod and move on. Drop decide in the comments and I'll show you how to stop spinning, how to create clarity in your body, and how to move forward with strength. Whether that means recommitting fully or walking away with power. Because the truth is, you don't get these years back. And the people you love don't get them back either. Choose. And when you do, I'll help you become the kind of man who never falls back into halfway again. My name is Matusz, and I thank you very much for your attention. I wish you all the best.